Hello everyone. I hope you have enjoyed your festivals and everything. I'm coming back from a little break and would be busy for I think till 10, 9 or 10. So yeah, from then on it would be a regular. It would be just like before regular sessions we will have. So welcome to day 25 of our 100 days of DevOps journey. So we have uh, we have like till here one fourth. It is almost one fourth of our journey. Uh, and till here we have covered like Docker, Git, some basic things, Linux, some little overview of AWS. Okay, so AWS and cloud infrastructure virtualization and everything. So let's just let's just go into like from the starting. I said that it would be like a hands-on kind of series. Okay, so I'll share theories with you, some basic theories and all that, but mostly we'll be focusing on practical implementation. So one quick question here we have, can Docker images, okay, can Docker images, I'll just paste it over here as well. Wait a minute. Yeah, and we have seen the containerization, right? We have seen containerization, how it works. It would be a short topic for can Docker images be deployed in other container platform? Okay, and what is the reason? What we can say? Can Docker images be deployed in in another container platform? Okay, okay, container on another container platforms. Okay, and why so? So there are, and why, I'll just put it like this. Okay, so we already have known Docker. Docker is a container engine, and I even have stated some of the example of these other container engines that are available in the market alongside Docker. So I'll answer this question in between of this session. Okay, so yeah, let's get started with this. So this is one of the question that popped out in an interview. Okay, so I thought it would be very important for all of you guys to know, because and one more thing, that if you are targeting something in DevOps or any other tech field, okay, they don't know, the recruiter doesn't like it. It is obviously that how in-depth knowledge do you have, but always focus on fundamentals. Fundamentals are the very baseline. If I would say that fundamentals are, if your fundamentals are strong, you can you can formulate your own answer. Okay, you can formulate your answers, like for troubleshooting and everything. It is very important to have your fundamentals strong, networking fundamental, operating system fundamentals. Okay, and here in DevOps, all these fundamentals, like how the container engine works, what are the different components. Okay, like in Docker we have seen like there are four components. One is Docker CLI that interacts with the user. Second one is Docker daemon or Docker engine, we say. Okay, that interacts with that uh, converts the user input into some command. And there is containerd that does the heavy hauling of all the containers. And then there is runc, which provides container runtime. Okay, container runtime for containers to run, obviously. So always focus on your always focus on your fundamentals, keep it strong. Okay, and we'll discuss more in this. So theory, I think with theory I'm not very good. Okay, with theory I might forget something or all that. So the best way to know anything is by practical implementation, for from my understanding. Okay, as much as you use something, like if you know how to drive a car. Okay, you know how to drive, you know how to like run anything. But if it is your car and you have driven it for quite a long time, you'll know each when it will, what kind of vibration it is making, what is the different thing. But if you are driving some other car or something, so you might not notice. So that's how by driving something, an engineer can create a car. It can be done and everything. But what kind of terrain you are driving in, how are you driving, how are you comfortable with your car, you have to make sure. So that's how here if you do it anything, suppose I show you some command. Okay, I ran a command in my system and it worked well. And if you'll just know, like okay, this is the command. If you just see it, you'll just know that okay, this is the command, and it will work accordingly. Okay, according to that. But what if when you try it, Okay, when you try the command in your system and it gets some kind of error, because it happened with me and it happens always. Okay, so it is better to try it yourself, do it first, and then don't believe in anything like why if I tell something like that this has happened, okay, this happens, why happened, why did it happen, okay, what is the reason behind it, and there are n number of reasons on that. So first try it, okay, and then you can move forward. Okay, so this question I'll answer in between. So what would we do today? We'll be doing it like we have seen what we have seen. Yeah, we have seen this kind of we have seen the AWS where, just a moment. I just close this. Okay, so we'll continue with our cloud journey, and I'll integrate it in our journey. I'll integrate it now. I think almost the basic part is completed. Now let's just. Oh, the password is incorrect. Oh yeah, I have changed the password. Wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, it is this one. So this is my like this is my AWS console. Okay, if right now I have logged in as admin user. So first of all, we in last session we have seen the IAM service. Okay, IAM is identity and access management. If you go in, I think it is similar in your Azure as well. Azure IAM. Yes, Microsoft Azure. So it is beneficial for us to learn. Okay, IAM is the basic thing. So what do we have in IAM? So here you can see access management. There are, I think, there are two types of resources. Uh, 1 minute, let me just, I'm also. So two types of resources, I'll just brief about it. So one is the user itself and other are non-user resources. Like what are non-user resources here? Identity provide, here user groups, okay, user groups, roles, policies, okay, and these are identity providers. So there are a lot of identity providers that we can integrate with. Provider name, OIDC, it is OpenID Connect, metadata document. It is basically for if you are working in enterprises. Okay, so there are identity providers. I'll just show you identity providers. uh, we are using Okta. Okay, Okta is one of Cloudflare. We have, yeah, this. Okay, Okta is what we are using right now in my current organization, and here we have like this. So we can integrate, we can configure it, and we can integrate it over here. Okay, it provides a file, and that's how you can set up. So yeah, and trust user account identity service such as Google or Salesforce. Okay, so this is, so SAML, they use SAML. This is for identity providers. So there are IAM. I'll just search AWS IAM, identity and access management. So here you can find everything. Okay, get started, security docs. There is set of permissions. So we'll dig deeper into this IAM part because from the security perspective, IAM is very much crucial. Okay, and let's go. Let's move ahead. There is one thing I want to show you about, like what is the difference between. There are two types of assets. I couldn't recall right now. Set permission guardrail. Getting started. Resources. Here are some types of access management. User pass. Access management. Customer identity. types of assets. Yes, user role and service role. Allow policy, deny policy, PEP. Okay, we'll just see it in some time. Okay, uh, I'll I'll check. I might have something written in some of my notes. So yeah. So here in IAM, what we have done is we have created one user. I'll just go to the user or user groups. Here you can see. So what permission does this user have? Okay, there are multiple what we can say there. This particular interface that you are seeing, it is called web UI. Okay, web based user interface. Okay, so web UI is very much convenient. Okay, it is fine, but suppose I have to make some changes. Okay, I have enable without MFA, create access key, administrator access. So these are the permissions that this user have. And in security credential part, here you can see this is the login ID, multi-factor, assign MFA, create access key. Okay, so this is part one. This is only one thing. Second thing is you can also connect it with some kind of with CLI. Okay, this particular terminal. Okay, this particular terminal can be used to connect with your system. So what I'll do, let me just open my virtual box. I'll show you how to configure like, wait a minute, I'll show you how to configure this mhm. Okay, so it is taking time, or it has not started yet. Okay, now it is started. So to connect with suppose you are working on a Linux server. Okay, suppose you are working on a Linux server which is connected with on which your application is running, and that application is I'll just explain it over here. Okay, so what is close it. Let's just say this is my uh, hmm, Linux server. Okay, or I'll just say local on-prem. You can use any number, any name. Okay, and here what I'll do, okay, and this is my AWS account. Okay, this is my AWS account. So suppose there are two things running right now. Any program running on this particular server. Okay, and there is on AWS cloud I have my S3 bucket. Okay, suppose you are working in a data center, in a local data center, or it is an on-prem business or something, but you have to keep backup of your data. So what you will be doing is you will just create a S3 bucket on AWS, and this is the internet. Hmm, this one is the internet. So this Linux server do not have any kind of like user inter it only has the CLI. Okay, CLI is available. So how would you use this? Where did it go? This particular user interface. How would you do that? You couldn't use this web UI. Okay, but there is an alternative for this. So what you can do here is you can use there is this thing called AWS CLI. Okay, AWS CLI can be used in this. So with that AWS CLI, you can connect to AWS. Okay, and on that you can directly connect with this particular resource. Okay, this particular S3 bucket. So let me, I'll just explain you how to install. So just go on Google. So right now we'll just check. On that day I think I have deleted my resource. Just go to internet and search AWS CLI. Okay. So today what we'll do, we'll just configure our local system. Okay, I'm using Linux. You can use Windows as well. It will work on any of the popular OSs, Linux, Windows, Mac. Okay, any of that is available. Just go to this command line interface, AWS CLI and everything. Just search it, and on top of that, here, install. So here you can find like which OS are you looking for. So I'm going for Linux. Here, yum is for Red Hat. Okay, I'll be using like ARM. I have snap package. Yeah, I have snap already available. Snap is available in my system. So I won't be using this snap right now because I want to show you how to use it. So yeah, here you can see. So it will download this particular AWS zip file for you. This is exe Linux. Okay. If you want to download any particular any particular parameter, so you can do that as well. Any particular version, sorry, you can download any particular version on that. This is public key, PGP public key, if you want to validate it and everything. So let me just explain you. I'll use snap however, so that it would be updated time to time, otherwise I have to fix the version. So here it will just go to this particular, in fact I'll just show you like this thing. Did not found. Okay, it is downloading for me. So this is the download link. Okay, this. So I think only allowed method on this particular URL is fetch. There are multiple methods in which API interacts. So there is get means it will get fetch method. So here you can see fetch API method. So yes, this using fetch. So fetch is used for JavaScript interface, HTTP download for downloading API method for downloading API method for download. So we'll understand this REST API get method. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. Get method is that one. So get fetch is also, I think, yeah. Okay, let's see it later on. So here you can find. There you go. Yeah. So it is just unzipping it, and there is one script inside that particular zip file. So it will just install using AWS CLI. What will snap do? Snap will directly search in its. In fact, I'll just show you. Let me see if I have snap. Yes, snap is also available with me. So snap search or snap find. Sorry. Snap find AWS CLI. Here you can find it. Okay. Publisher AWS Classic Universal. Okay. So this is how so it will directly. Snap Store is also like a app store or play store. Okay. It provides a vast number of packages that are available to download. Okay. Vast number of softwares that we can use over here. So for now, what I'll do is I'll use snap install AWS CLI. Then I have to provide this notes. Okay, classic. So let's just see if it is working or not. Oh yeah, sudo is required. So yeah, downloading completed. Okay, downloading is complete over here. Installing it, stable version. So this is a very important thing that we need over here. I would suggest you guys also download this one. Okay. AWS CLI. So AWS. Okay, here you can see AWS help, AWS command help, or anything. And there is one more thing that I would recommend you to do, like AWS there is this AWS autocomplete, we can say AWS CLI autocomplete. So AWS CLI auto autocomplete. Okay. Mm. So this is a must thing that it is not must, but it will help you to quickly type any command or make less mistakes or something like that. So what I'll do over here is this pack. There is one package which is called. First of all, I'll just show you where my AWS CLI is installed. Which AWS? So it is installed in Snapbin. Okay, Snapbin. There is also one thing. Sometimes in Snap, what happens that it creates a sandbox kind of thing. So commands might not commands might not get sorry, executed outside the Snapbin. So here you have to use this particular. Oh, sorry, cat, not a cat, echo. Yeah. So this is the path, and in this path, I have my Snapbin added over here. So any command which is installed, any command or any tool installed in this Snapbin would be executable. But it should also have executable permissions. So we have local games user and all that. These are the this is the path. Okay, this path is required for like to so that we can access them. Okay, we can easily access them wherever they are stored. In fact, I can store something in my home directory and add it in path, and it will be executed. So that's how it would be. So yeah, so this is the path, and my AWS is currently working. So let's just install AWS autocomplete as well. So to configure command completion, configure Mac OS. I don't want. AWS completer. Configure command line option. We have. Wait, let me just check if this particular thing is available. Otherwise, okay. I think that would be installed. Okay, so we have used snap. For now, what I'll do, I'll just remove sudo snap, remove purge AWS CLI 2. So as of now, I have removed AWS is not available. Okay, here if you can see AWS CLI, it is showing, but I don't want this. This is version 1. Version 1 is okay. Sudo apt. So download it this apt-get search. Fine. Sorry. Search apt search AWS CLI. AWS. So what I'm trying to do here is I want AWS CLI 2 available. So let me just install this one. Just copy this. Okay. To update your current installation, you can use this one as well. And here we go. So it will download like this CLI v2. Here it is version 2. Okay. There are so version 2 has better functionality. Yeah. Sudo apt-get. Okay. Unzip is not available. Okay, no issues. I'll just install it. Oh no. And then this. So here I have AWS CLI 2, CLI v2 zip available. Now we have to unzip it. This is unzip, and here we go. It didn't work or what? Cannot find zip file directory. No worries. Just Now it is creating. Okay, now it is inflating every source over here. Install. Okay, so my AWS is installed. Version, yeah. Okay, so this is the version available, 2.22. Okay, and it is created in Python 12 Linux. This is the Linux kernel version and everything. So we are good to go over here. And AWS completer, yes, AWS here, AWS completer is available. So what we'll do here is, so that is the difference between snap install and our CLI install. Yeah. Okay, we have AWS completer available. So I'll just check. So here we got the path. Okay, this is where my AWS completer is installed. In fact, this is the same place where AWS is also, yes, user local pin. So this is the same place where AWS CLI is installed. So find name AWS completer, we already have found that. Yeah, echo shell, bash shell, just have to identify our shell. Okay, we have bin bash, we don't need to. I'll just show you, like, yeah. Okay, this is bin bash. Okay, this is my shell name. There are different kind of shell, ZSS. If you are using Mac, this ZSH, and then if you are using Windows, then there is PowerShell. Okay, so these are some of the shells available. User bin is already added to my path. If you want to check, echo path, so I don't need to add it over here. So yeah, user local pin. This user local pin, you can find it over here. User local pin is already added to my path. Okay. So we have this particular file, user local pin has been added. Complete, yeah, complete hyphen C, complete command. And here is the path. Oh, no, not this one. I want to use this one. This is the path. Okay, this is the command that I want to complete. And okay, so this is for since my shell is bash, add the previous command to bash rc file. I think AWS, yes, here you can see like DynamoDB, I have added Dynamo, so I just added D. In fact, I'll just show you one more thing. So with S, I just press tab twice or thrice, it provided me with everything. So this particular command that we have run, once we close this terminal, it won't work again, or any other, if I open any other like terminal, it won't work on that. So the best way to do this is you can copy this command, and there is just go to vim dot bash rc. Okay. Bash rc is here, yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay, this bash rc file we have. What I'll do here is this bash rc file has like all the bash configurations. Okay, you can search it over, like, where you go, yeah, dot bash rc. Okay, dot bash rc is a hidden script in Linux, contains command and configuration for bash shell. Okay, it contains all the bash shell commands. So I'll just add it over here. We have this, and I want to add it inside this. Always make sure that you use if there is any existing file, you should use this. Otherwise your whole configuration would be overwritten. So enter exec bash, or it is just like source dot bash rc. So even if now I just create or delete, my command execution would work. So yeah, we have added autocomplete, and it will complete now. Yeah, everything is all good over here. So this is for the AWS CLI. Now how would I connect? How would I connect to that particular user? How would I connect to AWS? Where did it go? So to connect, we need here in this particular AWS system. Okay, here in this portal, what do we need? Like when we have, I just stop here. If I have to sign into this account, so what would I need? First of all, I need username. First of all is the URL. Okay, URL to which I want to join. Then there is username and password. Okay, these things are mostly required since our URL part is already fixed using AWS CLI, so that is fine right now. And as for the user credentials, okay, so there are this credential for where did it go, key space, code commit. There are so many things over here. So multi-factor authentication, yeah, access key. Okay, access key. So access key is for programmatic login for a user. But what I'll do here is I'll just create another user. Okay, I'll just create another user. Programmatic user. Dev. Okay, let's just see. Dev. Okay, here, and provide access to management. I don't want it to this particular user to access the management console. So what I'll do, I provide it all the admin access, but only through this particular terminal. So next, admin, add new tag. Let it be for now. We already have username. Create. I have added it to DevOps, right? Groups. Yeah, it has been added to DevOps. So as of now, this particular user do not have any enable access control. I don't want to enable it. Okay. So console password disabled here. Console password is disabled. So what we can do, we can create access key. Just go there. For which use case you want to use, like CLI, local code application. Look, for local code, it is not recommended to use access key and secret key inside the code. Okay, don't hard code your secrets in that. Always use like always use like env file for that, and env file should be separate from your what we can say. Env file should be separate from your code base. Okay, so that you shouldn't commit it into your code repository. Third-party services or third-party application running outside AWS and everything. So there are multiple different use cases. So I want to use for command line. It provides like alternative recommendation, use command shell, this cloud shell, AWS cloud shell. So here this particular thing, this icon you are using. So this is for cloud shell, AWS cloud shell. So this is for browser based application. Then use the CLI v2. Okay, we already have CLI installed with us, and you need to use if like you are using local code. So local code is for IDE integrations are available for that. If you are using like AWS compute service, so assign IAM role. Okay, if any EC2 is running on any EC2, if any program that you write is running on EC2 instance, okay, and from that EC2 instance you want to access any of the AWS service, use IAM role for that. Do not use like access key, secret key, because those are for personal use. Okay, those are personal use keys. So if you keep it on any server, someone else might access that server and use it. So just don't keep it over there. It is for your personal use. As of now, I'm using it. I'm not storing it over there. Then there is third party IAM role. Access can be best practices, a temporary security credential instead of creating long term credentials and everything. There are a lot of multiple use cases, have multiple different application and other. So I'm using for CLI. Here for CLI, there are certain I understand the above recommendation. I don't want to use Cloud Shell since I'm demonstrating to use this from a UI without from terminal. Okay. So next, description value. What I want? Dev admin access key. Okay, since it has admin permission, I'll just add access. Create access key. Oh, access key and secret keys are created over here. Okay, this is my access key and this is my secret key. I'll just show you for now. You can directly download it from CSV file. It does not have any username, password or anything. But access key and secret key are itself username and password in a sense. So there is one command. Okay, so if just want to show you something, ls-a. So here this AWS directory is created. Okay, this particular AWS directory, cd AWS. Here you can find what. Okay, no, not this one. There is this .aws file. Okay, I think .aws has not been created since we haven't configured. Okay, so that is fine. AWS configure. Okay, AWS configure. So what does AWS configure do? It configures your username and password. AWS access key. I'll just add access key. Okay, here I'll just show you for now because till the time you watch, I'll this access key or this user would be deleted. So this is the access key, and yeah, region, what region I want to use, so that you should specify everything so that your access key, secret key does not get misplaced. Okay, so I want AP South 1, right? South 1, which is for AP. Oh no, AP South 1. This is the code for Mumbai region. Okay, AP South 1. And default format you can use text, table, YML, JSON, anything. Okay, so I'll be using YML. Okay, so these are some of the configurations. And let me just show you one thing. ls-a. I think now, yeah, now this .aws file is created. Okay, let's just go inside ls.aws. So there are these two files, config and credential. Get.aws.config. Here the region and output is selected. Okay, then there is credential. So access key and secret key are created. You can use this one. Right now it is using default profile. Okay, so I'll just rename it as dev profile. So yeah, so we'll check on that later. Okay, so suppose in this particular system I want to use different kind of profiles, like for developer, for admin, for other purposes. So I can use like use this tag as my name, and here also in both the files there should be like matching part. Otherwise if you leave it like this, so it will go back to default settings. Like by default I think JSON output is configured by default. This US East one region is configured, so something like that. Okay, so here we have created. Now let's just see what do we have over here. AWS IAM. I think, yeah, let's just go to VPC. So here we have one VPC available. Okay, now let's just see AWS VPC hyphen H. I think VPC is not. AWS VPC lattice. Okay, that is fine. AWS. I'll just check AWS help. There are a different number of services. Here you can use configure. Okay, text table, YML, everything. I've used. Oh, then there is. I think it is network. Network firewall. No, I don't want network firewall. I'll just see EC2. Hmm. Okay, EC2 over here. Suppose I want to launch an EC2 instance. So how would I do that? Here, EC2. You can always use help for that. Okay. So EC2 instance. Yeah, create instance. I want to create an instance. Create launch, network interface, anything. So I would you it is for ad hoc part. Set instance. Accept, accept associate, cancel bundle EC2, copy, create instance, export gateway, create net gateway. Where is this AWS CLI EC2 create instance. I AWS CLI 1. I don't know. CLI 1. I want AWS CLI 2. Run instance. Okay, run EC2. Run instance. Create. Okay, there are a lot of create VPC. Create VPC. Create VPC. Let's just see list. Network firewall network monitor network manager list license. So if you remember my previous session, so in previous session what we have seen over here is, so what do we need? There is this AMI ID. Okay, first of all let me just show you here. I'll just go back to EC2. This is EC2 service, EC2 dashboard. Right now I'll just show you on instances. Okay. No instance in Mumbai region, here AP South 1 region. Okay, no instance is running right now. Okay, so let's just run this EC2 instance. Run help, and here we go. So for anything, what do we recall from that? So we have like wait a minute. Yeah. So what do we need for creating an instance? The very first thing is like AMI ID. Okay, I'll just write it down in a notepad for better recalling. Uh, Text editor. Hmm. So for creating an EC2 instance, let's just recall what do we need over here. Okay, we have like first thing is what what do we need? AMI machine image, Amazon machine image. Second one is what was that? AMI we have. Then we required instance type. Okay, instance type T2, T3, T1, or all that instance type. And then we need like security group. We need OS. OS is for AMI, it is already solved. We need security group, network, VPC, S3 bucket, and anything. So there are a number of things that we'll be needing on that. So what I can do here is AWS EC2 list images. Get instance image block AMI. Get launch template, get subnet CIDR reservation, security, this, get instances, get image block access, EC2 prep image, image settings, describe, create image, copy image. So let me just go back here, launch an instance over here, and we need name, name, AMI. Okay, AMI we have to select. So what is this AMI? AMI, this is the ID of that AMI. Okay, machine image. Yeah, this is the AMI. There was one command also that we can use. Here I study made modify made. I don't know. We don't have any. No worries with that. So here we have seen like we need this. image. Okay, we need this particular free tier image, Amazon Linux 2, or just say Ubuntu. Okay, Ubuntu Linux. I want this Ubuntu Linux. So here you can see Amazon machine image ID. Okay, Amazon machine image ID, AMI ID. We get. So this is the image ID that we got over here. I just copy it in this one. Then we need instance type. Instance type would be T2 micro, since it is the free tier one. T2 dot micro is the instance ID. Then we need a key pair. This is key pair ID we have created earlier. HurryWeb1 key. HurryWeb1 key. So I just add it like key pair HurryWeb1 key. This is the key pair name. Yeah, network VPC ID, subnet ID, and everything, and all that. So it is. Let me just add over here. I'm actually on AWS run instance L. Just go over here and go back to, and there are certain examples, RAM disk and everything. I'll just go example. EC2 run instance. I'll just copy this one. This very. I don't want to waste anything. So here you can no such file or directory. Okay. So I think it got executed. I didn't want to that execute that. So I just copy it over here. Here you can see run instance. This is the AMI ID. I want this AMI ID to be used. Okay, this particular. Then we have type 2. This is the subnet ID. I don't want this subnet. So I get subnet. Where is this VPC? VPC. Let us see what is this VPC. Create listener. Create. Grep. What was that? It will self grep. Network we have seen. Subnet. I want to check subnet. Subnet. CloudTrail, CloudWatch, Cloud9, Cloud Search. Okay, no worries. I'll just copy it from here right now. This is subnet ID, security group. Key pair is this. Key pair name is this. Let's copy it over here. Subnet ID. I want to suppose here. I'll just go to this VPC. EC2 instance VPC. There we go. Subnets. Okay, so this is the subnet ID I want to use. Let's copy it over here. Network, in network section. Subnet. This is the subnet ID that will be needing. Subnet. Security group we need to create. As of now, I'll just use any available security group. The security group that we have created earlier. Create, select existing security group. Okay. Launch VPC. Common security group. Security groups. Okay, I don't want block device mapping. I don't want this. So let's just see. Yeah, there is one more thing that I want to add. Tag name equal to and dev EC2. So I want all these things to be created. Let's just go back to our terminal and let's see if it will work. Tag name equal to and dev EC2. So I think I just go back to our instances. Yes, it is creating. Okay, this instance is getting created. I'll just copy this name over here. Owner ID, reservation ID. There is a VPC name. Name is pending. Tag. I thought it didn't go with that. Instance ID. Where is this instance ID? Yeah, this is the instance ID. Okay, this is the very same instance. Okay, it is the same instance ID as this one. Okay, here you can see. So this is the same instance ID. Here it has created. Okay. So that's how you can create. There are multiple tags, and but here you might have seen how many things that we have faced. Okay, we have faced a lot of challenges over here to create this particular this simple instance. Wait a minute. Yeah, so in this AWS CLI, AWS CLI is very interesting thing. We can run it a lot. We can almost what we can use all the services that are provided by AWS CLI, that are provided by AWS through the CLI. Okay, so it is great. We can use it, but it is still an ad hoc solution. It is not we couldn't say it is a solution that everyone should be using. So here, same in Docker we have seen. Okay, here we have to run a command, and sometimes what happens, there might be some error or something. So it is for ad hoc use, a simple task, then it is fine. So you can use this. Another okay. So so now in the beginning of the video we have I have one question. Okay, can Docker images be deployed on other container platform? So what are other container platform? I'll just show you one thing. Okay, right now I have, I think, Docker images. Docker is currently running. Docker ps-a. Okay, there are a lot of one. Docker rm-f. Docker images. Okay, so here we have Docker images. There are a lot of Docker images. First of all, let me just Docker rmi Docker. Let me just clean everything. Okay, so the answer of this particular question is yes. Okay, can Docker images be deployed on another container platform? So what are different container platforms that are available? Container engines or container platform, anyone you can say. So Docker, Podman, Cryo, Rocket. Okay, I'll just search. These are some of the examples. Just a moment. Okay, so here we have container platforms. Okay, so what are popular container platform like or just a container engines platform would be. So Cryo, we have Docker. OpenShift is orchestration tool. We'll look into, yeah. So Docker, Rocket, Podman, Cryo. Okay, I haven't used this Apache Mesos. Apache Mesos is an open source project managed computer. Okay, to computer cluster. Okay, so it is not a container platform either. Container D we have seen. What is container D? Okay. It is like open source daemon supported by Linux. It is the daemon. Okay, that is running behind the scene of Docker. So yeah, there are a lot of. So then there is AWS ECS service. Okay, that is also container engine as a service, we can say. We have Google Cloud Platform also provides like there is for Azure also there is one more, Google Cloud Run. This Google Cloud Run based container engines, and Azure, yeah, Azure Container Apps. Okay, so these are some of the engines. So what is the question over here is, can I run this image created by Docker, okay, in Podman? So let's just try it out right now. hub.docker.com. Let me just search. What do we have over here? Nginx. Okay, Nginx. I have cleaned everything. So yeah, let me just check Docker images. All images are clear. So let me just run Docker pull Nginx. Sorry for my throat, actually. It's been okay. So everything is downloaded. So here we have Docker Podman installed. Okay. Here we have like this Nginx available. So pod to man. What is this pod to man? I don't know. Let me just check. Error fixed. It is something different. I'll just install Podman on this one. Podman is a popular tool. So let me just check. Sudo apt search Podman. OCI container runtime monitor. It is monitor. I don't want this. So let's just see Podman install or cryo. And I have used Podman, so I'll just show you on that one. In RHEL in RHEL Podman comes pre-installed in RHEL desktop. Okay. Podman installation. Podman machine init apt-get install Podman. Okay. So it is available for Debian also. Unable to locate package Podman. Okay. So till time, okay, it is still not available. Ubuntu. I'm using the. Okay, it is in 2010. I have this version is available for only 24. Okay, that is fine. We can install it. So this forum is also great if you are using this Ubuntu system. Okay, Ubuntu Linux. So this forum is also great one. Official forum page. Also. These are optional packages. So I think Podman is not getting installed in this older version of Ubuntu, but I'll just explain you if you have if you have installed. In fact, I can show you one thing. Wait a minute. I am using the latest version, latest LTS version. Okay, so I have the latest version. I hope Podman should be installed over here. Yeah, Podman is available. So let me just install Docker. Docker is also available with me. Docker images. So I have Nginx with me already available. Okay. So this is the Docker image. I just install sudo apt install podman. Okay. Podman. So yep, getting installed. So there is one platform. Okay, there is one governing body that actually makes this possible. So I'll just explain you on that part. So it is called OCI. Okay, Open Container Initiative. Yes, Open Container Initiative. So what is Open Container Initiative? I'll just explain you in a crux. Okay, Open Containers Initiative is a collaborative project. Okay, under the Linux Foundation. Here you can see, I think somewhere Linux Foundation you can see. So it is an open source community that that is basically governing all the container engines and all that. Okay, it is established in 2015, not very much long, not even 10 years have been passed, to create to standardize this container runtime. Okay, container runtime environment. In fact, right now, earlier Docker was used as container runtime for Kubernetes, but right now Cryo is being incorporated for that. Okay, in Kubernetes, so you can look into that. So runtime, image format, and everything. So its primary goal is to ensure compatibility, like portability and interportability. Interportability means portability from one container platform to another. Okay, so and avoiding vendor lock-in, so that if you have created you have uploaded your image in Docker. Okay, you are using Docker, you have uploaded in Docker registry, and Docker hub got logged, or something happened, it went down or something. So how would you use your image? Okay, or Docker container, Docker failed, Docker platform is Docker engine got failed, and you want to switch to another one, but you can't. So why is OCI required? First of all, standardization. Before OCI, different container runtimes and platforms are available, like Docker, Rocket, and had proprietary formats. Okay, right now if we write this Docker file, okay, Docker file we have seen. So Docker file is now it is known as container file. Docker file versus container file. Okay, container file, now it is known as container file. So container file, Docker file, both are the same, but it is the result of standardization of what we can say this formats, proprietary formats. Okay, so I think it is 2021. Need to answer it. Need to generalize Docker file to how for now. Well, so there are so many things over here. So OCI is the platform for that. Okay, and this created fragmentation and compatibility issues. Okay, it resolved that. It resolved compatibility issues. Then there is OCI establishes standard runtime specification. Okay, so that one image can be deployed on any platform, enabling containers to work seamlessly across different tools. Then there is interportability. Interportability is like if I have to if I have created container image in Docker, I can run it on AWS ECS service. I can run it on Azure containers. I can run it on Podman or any other. Okay, without any modification. Then there are cloud platforms and everything. Vendor lock-in has been prohibited. Then there is ecosystem. So since all there are with standard foundation, developers can innovate. Okay, so they don't have to, like, a simple example. Just get a simple example. So there are two kinds of phone we can say. Android and two kind of operating system in phones, Android and Mac, iOS. Okay, so if someone has mastery in iOS, okay, iOS development, I think which one, Swift and Scala, Swift Swift and Scala, I think these two. So that person could not write code in what we can say, Kotlin or something. Okay, so that is one part. And yeah, just a moment. Okay, so we have Docker image and versus container. I think this one should be. So why Docker images and containers used? Let it be. Docker images versus Docker. Okay, so it is something different from our topic. So let's just go back to. So that's the reason. If there are multiple, if there are multiple kind of if there is standardization, so people have to work on improvement of that standard solution. Okay, otherwise if there are multiple solutions, then sometimes this feature developed by Docker is working well, is secure, however some feature provided by Podman is not, and there are a lot of things. Even though there are differences, like Podman is daemon-less. Okay, so a daemon isn't running behind the scene. Okay, so we'll dig deeper into that, but today is where we are studying about OCI, Open Container Initiative. Then since the standardization is achieved, we have like security is also improved, because we already have a standard pattern, and we can implement security on overall standardized container format. Simplifies vulnerability scanning. So suppose if one there is I think we have discussed about some SCA SAST tools. I think which one was that? Yeah, Sneak we have discussed. Sneak, Treevee, these two tools I have used, and there are cloud native tools like AWS Inspector and all that. So whether the container image created by Docker or Podman or anything, okay, it can be easily scanned from any of the any of these tools, container security tools, okay, and compliance check can be done. So this is how the standardization works. Then OCI ensures like a consistent definition of container improvement, security management, and everything. So that's how OCI has implemented. So OCI is also using runc. Okay, runc is the runtime specification for OCI. Then there is defines how containers should start it, stopped, and run. Then on top of that there is cryo. If you just search over here is cryo. Okay, cryo cryo is an implementation of Kubernetes CRI, okay, container runtime interface to enable using OCI container open container initiative compatibility. Okay, so that's how cryo is used. So defines how containers should be started, stopped, and the runtime responsibilities of creating and managing containers and Linux namespaces. Okay, runc we have like OCI image specification. We have OCI distribution specification, like how registry should be configured, okay, and how can it be accessed and all that. Then there is so OCI is very helpful with that. Yeah, so I think this is all. So just keep it in mind that OCI is critical for creating an open, interoperable, and vendor neutral ecosystem, container ecosystem. It ensures like standardization, enabling integration, okay, seamless integration across tools, runtimes, platforms, foster, and there are multiple benefits, enhancing security and compliance check and all that. So that's in the nutshell. So I hope you have got your answer. Like, can Docker images be deployed on other container platforms? So yes, it is, and the reason is why because of the OCI, okay, Open Container Initiative. So before that, vendor lock-in and all those things, there was a chance. Okay, they might have happened sometimes. I do not have that like I haven't dug that deeper, but yeah. So if there is a monopoly, there might be like chances of getting exploited. Okay, but if there are multiple players in market, then the chances would be like, that's why we don't have only one AWS provider. Okay, we have AWS, Azure, we have IBM, Alibaba, Oracle. I think, yeah, there are a lot of players in the market, and that's how we ensure our what we can say, we ensure our security. Uh, uh, yeah, usage, we can say security is one of the part, and best practices, just say, okay, standard operating procedure and all that. So yeah, let's go back to our topic now. Okay, so here here is a simple example. So I have Docker images. If I run podman images, okay, podman images is not configured. So right now what is happening here is podman do not have do not recognize the images. Okay, do not recognize the images where they are getting stored. So there is one simple thing that we can do. Podman run hyphen, it is the same, hyphen dit hyphen name, and we say my nginx hyphen p. Let's see, I'm just operating it in the same way, and we have like docker daemon, was that latest. Okay, let's see if it would work or what. Okay, it has copied the blob, permission denied. Okay, port 80 is already used. Podman ps, so let's just see. Podman ps hyphen a, so yeah, it is running on port 8080. Let's just see if or not. So here you can see. So what I have done, I didn't use like any some fancy command for podman. Okay, if you have seen my docker sessions, docker videos, so you might have known all these tags. Okay, dit name and all this. There are slight difference, but like every other linux version, okay, 95% of all linux flavors which are available are all the same. Okay, only difference is in their functionality and all that. I like Ubuntu because Ubuntu is something I'm used to. Someone like RHEL, someone like Fedora, someone like OpenSUSE, some like Debian, okay, or Debian. Then there are n number of Arch Linux are there, Arch Linux and everything. So here you can see this is a simple example of like Podman, how to use Podman image, how to use Docker images in Podman and all that. So that's how it should be. So here you can see, okay, so that's how it is. Docker IO library, and I think there is -a, there is one dot .net .podman. So yeah, this is how it should be going on. So yeah, and one more thing that I want to add in this session here is I'm not a big fan of AWS CLI is very good. Okay, AWS CLI is very good, but when we go into DevOps, okay, everything should be coded or something like in a proper structure. It should be all the configurations are in a proper structure so that it can be reused. Reusability is what makes it efficient. What makes it efficient, and efficiency is required to make it like to improve the agility and all that. Okay, and it will help. There are a number of things that can be improved. So rather than using, either you can write a bash script, okay, bash script that uses this AWS CLI, okay, for that. But what I would suggest is there is one tool, okay, one tool, and it is very popular one in this. If you go to AWS, there is AWS cloud formation. Okay, so here AWS cloud formation, what it is providing, cloud formation provision manage, yeah. Cloud formation is like IAC tool, infrastructure as code provisioning tool. Here you can see cloud formation, okay, infrastructure as code. So what is infrastructure as code? Like here we have written, okay, like here we have written. So it is like a simple instruction set, okay. Infrastructure as code is like a recipe, okay, a recipe with like what ingredient, how much it used, and in what order, okay. That's how it is as simple as that. It is infrastructure as code, like how to build a whole enterprise, like enterprise level architecture or anything. So from now on, what we'll be doing here is we'll be understanding different kind of cloud architectures, okay. Will be like with Terraform, okay, and this AWS CLI is required. So for AWS, we'll go first. So for today, I'll be this would be the final part of our video where Terraform will be installing Terraform, okay. Terraform install Terraform installation, okay. Terraform installation Ubuntu. So just go to this. HashiCorp is the one that has developed. What is Terraform? You'll just understand. There are other tools as well for this IAC, okay. IAC tools. There is Terraform, Ansible. Ansible will also. I'm I am certified in Ansible, okay. Ansible operation. It is Linux automation using Ansible, to be precise. So it is a Red Hat certification. So you can, Crossplane is gaining popularity. Crossplane is also very interesting tool, okay. So Crossplane is we'll discuss. I just have like I just got a chance to have a glimpse of this particular tool, so we'll discuss on this one as well. Then OpenTofu is also, it is newcomer, but it is gaining popularity, okay. OpenTofu in future. Let's see cloud deployment we have. So popular is Terraform, Ansible, Puppet, SaltStack, Chef, Puppet, Chef. These three are also great. Ansible. So I'll just for cloud, what we can say, cloud provisioning. My first go is Terraform. Okay, Terraform allows so you can either it be like AWS, Azure, GCP, OpenStack, Alibaba, or IBM, or what was the other one? IBM and what we have, Oracle. Okay, so then there is Datadog. Okay, Datadog infrastructure can also be managed through Terraform. Then there is like Cloudflare firewall if you are using Cloudflare for web application firewall and others. So Terraform is one-stop solution for you guys. How can it? How does it manage? So we'll dig deeper into that. Now we'll just what we'll do. Let's just install first of all install Terraform. So I think Terraform is not installed in my system. Terraform. It can install. I can install it using Snap, but let's just see. So we have compile from source. Git clone. It is open source, so that is also great. Linux manual. Apt-get update, apt-get install, GNU. You can use any of this method. I'm using this one because it will configure my Linux machine as well. Okay, and I get latest updates. If you face any challenge in any of this environment, you can ping me also. So what we can do, we can just troubleshoot it or something like that. GPG check. So this GPG check is very much important. Sometimes what happens in between, we get broken nodes or something. Connected. Okay, here is also verify the key fingerprint, install HashiCorp, check key, it created. This is the key. Unknown HashiCorp security. UID unknown. So I think we are good to. So this is how the fingerprint is showing up, right? This and now what we can see. Now the basic installation process. So what has been done over here is it has added this source, okay, this source, this jpg key into here. So this is the repository where we have saved, and this is the jpg key and everything. So it has added, yeah, here. Focal means this version name, okay, focal fossa, if you can see, focal fossa. So this is the name of this particular Linux, this Ubuntu version, okay. Then let's just update it. It is very simple. Error. Focal release no longer has a release file. ls okay. Let's just get Terraform installed. So what we have provided here is we have provided aptitude, okay. Aptitude is the package manager in Linux, okay. We have provided aptitude, the address from where the Terraform package can be installed, okay. Terraform hyphen version. So here you can find it, okay. This is the latest version of Terraform CLI. How would it work? So for that, what I have done here is I have created a simple cloud sandbox. So this is called AWS provider. Will see the practical implementation from tomorrow, or maybe, yeah, tomorrow I'm available. So yeah. So this is how it would, tomorrow means 7th of December, okay. I know that this video is getting late posted, but it has been recorded on 6th of December. So on 7th of December I'll record the video for this particular version, okay. So here we are right now. So I'll just create like a simple VPC, an architecture for a 3-tier application. So yeah, so I would suggest, if you want to follow along, just install everything like here we have done, and let's get started with this, okay. Let's get started with IAC. So infrastructure as code. So thank you all. That's all for today. Let's reconvene tomorrow. Have a nice day.